Hi everybody, it's Oops Spa, aka Katie, and I am here to do a vlog. Yeah! So what can I tell you? I can tell you that I've been trying to vlog for 2 straight weeks and it just is not working out. I keep getting interrupted and my videos get half made and then never finished, and then I start vlogging again, so so what can I tell you? I can tell you that the weather has changed a lot in the last 2 weeks. I think the last time I vlogged it was a beautiful sunny day and warm, 8 or 10 above. But since then we've had snow and we've had ice and we've had rain and we've had cold temperatures below freezing again, and even today, hence the hat, the scarf, and the mittens, it's freezing, 0 degrees Celsius, and but with the wind chill, it's quite windy today, it feels like -7. No, it's not bad temperatures, I don't mind it, but it's definitely not hatless temperatures. And last week we had these 2 crazy days where it was 25 or 27 degrees Celsius and broke records all over the region, and I got sunburned 2 days in a row. But that's not happening this week. So it's back to regular March temperatures, which is fine by me. And chances of us having any lasting snow now, though, are pretty slim. There is pretty much no snow left except for up in the hills and deep in the woods, and that's fine. We've had our second flood. I don't know if I've explained this before, but we have 2 floods every spring. We have our first flood, which I showed clips of, and that's when the ice breaks up initially in the river, and so there's a flow of ice and water, and it usually comes up over the banks, and it's a little flood. And I'll show you a picture of that here. Tu te mets à pleurer, mais ça ton public le voit pas. Tu l'incites à rêver pendant que toi tu le regardes. And then usually a couple weeks later, or 3 or 4 weeks later at the most, we have a second flood, and that's where when the ice from the rivers in the northern parts of the province start to break up. The south is a bit warmer, 5 degrees or so warmer than the north, and pretty much at all times all through the year. And so when that ice breaks up in the north, it comes flooding down through our river system, and then it floods everything for a second time. But usually it's a much more significant flood. And so I was down to the river yesterday, and it's totally flooded. The whole basin is flooded, and the river overflowed both its banks, the bank that I'm always on and then the opposite bank. And so I've got some pictures from that I'm going to show you right now. Reste bien coincé devant cette fille qui ne demande pas mieux que de se faire aimer. Mais toi tu sais pas comment t'y prendre. Ta gorge se resserre et ton cœur bat de plus belle alors que tes yeux sont sur elle. Mais moi je ne t'oublierai pas et je compte sur toi pour venir en aide à ceux qui ressentent pour toi ce que tu écris dans ces chansons pour elle. Francis, je m'en vais bientôt et je pense très très fort à toi pendant que mes doigts au piano je touche ce que je te dois. Mais rappelle-toi que tu peux avoir le monde à tes pieds si tu te laisses pas abattre par ceux qui te laissent de côté. Yeah, so that is the current state of the river and our spring temperatures. Yeah, now you're up to date. What else can I tell you? Oh, so what about the ukulele? Are you still curious? Do you still want to know? Well, I can tell you that I picked the ukulele up 2 weeks ago on Monday, and I have not practiced once. Oh! So, yeah, I have to get on top of that. Tweetness, aka Irene, I am so glad that you liked the yellow video, and I think that's awesome. And I was really surprised that I could find so many different kind of yellow pictures. I thought that most of them were going to end up being flowers, and so I'm glad I could give you a little variety. And yeah, so that's awesome. And to Bob, aka Fight Dog, glad to see you vlogging again on a Saturday, and hopefully this is the beginning of more vlogs, like, you know, car vlogs and MMA vlogs, and, you know, cooking vlogs, singing vlogs. I'm just saying, you know. Anyways, it was good to see your handsome face, and to see Rick and Sam, of course. And although I must admit, people, I'm totally missing Mary here. Come off it. I'm totally missing Mary. But anyways, I got love in the mail from Tweetness and from the Wacked Doodle Free Zone, aka Peggy. But I'm in the woods and I don't have that with me. So I'll have to do another vlog to show that to you. So thank you very much, ladies, for that love in the mail, though. I totally appreciate it. And I will show it off. I've just been hanging out with the niece and nephew a lot lately. I discovered that I'm addicted to them. I wasn't around them for a couple days and I had this feeling like, oh, I want to go and visit the kids. I want to go see the kids. So then I shared this with their mother, my sister-in-law Heather, that I think I'm addicted to her children. And she says, Katie, that's love. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, she thinks we're kind of funny as my family, because we're not very, how shall I say this? We're not very expressive. Well, I mean, I know I'm facially expressive, but we don't talk much about love and tenderness and feelings and emotions, okay? Do you get my drift? And so she thinks it's comical that I couldn't tell the difference between being addicted to children and loving them. And maybe that's a bit sad, I know. It's just a little sad. Okay, I'm sad, what can you say? So anyways, it turns out that I love her kids. Okay, don't hold it against me. This is really funny because this will shock many of you, I'm sure of it, but I am not a kid-friendly person per se. I never ever really liked children. I don't like hanging out with them. I don't like playing with them, and it's because they're too much energy and they're too much work, and they want you to be so interactive, and I just can't be bothered. But I have the philosophy to be kind and gentle with children because I don't want to be the adult that screws them up for the rest of their life, right? Because we all have that experience you remember from your childhood when you had that school teacher or that uncle or that neighbor who like ripped a strip off of you and you have never been the same since. Well, I don't want to be that person. So I am generally very kind with children, but I generally try to avoid being around them at great lengths. And but with the niece and nephew, I can't really help it because I need to help them out there, and I need to babysit for them here and there, and I need to help my mom out, and while she's taking care of them, and so it just so happens that I have to be around quite a bit. And it's turned out that even though there's still a lot of work, I kind of feel like I like being around them. So I'm just saying, it's weird. I think I'm evolving as a human being. Anyways, folks, that's enough of my most ridiculous news. I don't really have anything of worth or importance to tell you. I mean, seriously. Why do you keep tuning in? Anyways, I'm just gonna close things off now and chit-chat with you all later. Bye.
Sur toi pour venir en aide à ceux qui ressentent pour toi ce que tu écris dans ces chansons.